Hey everybody, happy Friday. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I want to talk about our internal belief system and how we have come to believe who we are as people, as a person. Something I've been kind of learning over the last couple of weeks is really what is the core of me and what has brought me to this place and made me the person that I am today. And it's funny because I'm looking at it and I know there's so many different aspects, different experiences and people, and even my own internal dialogue that has kind of shaped who I am. And for the most part, I'm happy with who I am, but there's some aspects that I feel that I could do better, and I really realized that the majority of that is coming from myself internally and what I've been saying to myself as far as what or who I am as a person. And I think there's been a lot of doubt creeping up inside of me that, I'm not, I don't know if I'm cut out for this, or, I don't know if I'm a good enough leader, or if I'm, talking to people the right way, or if people are drawn to me, all these kind of doubts. And I realized that that's not, having all those doubts about myself and kind of believing these kind of made up lies, so to speak, of what I am, it's not going to get me anywhere. It's not going to get me anywhere that I want to go, and that it's not going to get me to where I want to fulfill my dreams. So I am making a turn to start kind of reprogramming myself. And what I realize is that the subconscious doesn't know the difference between a lie or the truth. It's kind of funny how that goes. So when you tell your subconscious something, it believes it because it can't distinguish between the two. So if I tell my subconscious that I am an elite executive, right? Or I am a millionaire, or I am a strong leader, I am telling myself that, and it's kind of like fake it till you make it, in a sense, but it's really just reaffirming that you have the ability to make these things happen. And when you start controlling your thoughts and getting rid of those negative thoughts, then you're able to really kind of shape your destiny and shape your future. And that's, really kind of the core of what I believe in, that I believe that we have so much control over how our circumstances come, and a lot of that, and the vast majority of that, is internal and in our minds and in our thoughts and in our words. And I know I've talked about that before, but I felt like I needed to reiterate that again this week. Something else that I've been working on is actually making a list of definitions of who I am as a person. And it's funny, when you ask the average person, they'll say, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I am a student, I may ask you who you are, and you may say, I'm a Jamboree consultant, or, whatever. But you get my point. And the funny thing about that is most people define themselves in a very average way. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be average. I don't believe that I am average. So why would I define myself in using, those average words? And so I'm really trying to sit down, and I kind of did this little exercise where I actually am writing down definitions of who I am. And I kind of thought about it when this life is all said and done and I want people to remember me, how do I want people to remember me? And, I've got a couple things that I am really, really passionate about. And one of those things is about being a public speaker. I have a huge dream of being able to get up and talk to thousands of people and be able to influence people and motivate people to build and create their own dream life. And so that's, one of the definitions I wrote down. I inspire millions of people to create their dream life. I am an inspiration to people for them to be able to create that life that they want. That may not be true right this very second, but I know that it will be true eventually. And that is something that I am going to continue to tell myself, and that's really how I want my actions to drive, from now on. And I realize I've been talking for a little while, so I'm going to wrap it up for today, but thank you so much for listening. And if you want, I can kind of write down a little bit more how I went through that exercise, but I think it's a really great idea to kind of make a list of what you or how you want to define yourself. So you all have a fantastic week, and thank you so much again for listening, and I will see you later. Ciao.